have a loud voice though, so. Again, I'm Nicole Austin Hillary, the president and CEO of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. And I'm so elated to have you all here with us this evening for our intern closing and to celebrate this next generation of Black leaders. Now, before we get on with the program, we have a special guest with us tonight, and I want to make sure that his time is short. I want to make sure, though, that we bring him up here so that you all can hear from him before we go on with the evening, and then I'll be back up with a few more remarks. But without further ado, I'd like to bring up and introduce Representative Stephen Horsford from the great state of Nevada, who is the newly elected and incoming chair of the Congressional Black Caucus.
Well, good evening, and thank you very much, Nicole, and to the entire CBCF team for all the tremendous work that you do. This is really the most special event that we get to celebrate because it's all about the mission of the CBCF, which is providing opportunities through internships and scholarships for all of you. You are our leaders now and will continue to grow into your leadership positions. And on behalf of our current chairwoman, Joyce Beatty, and the entire Congressional Black Caucus, we want to say congratulations, and we are so proud of you. I want you to know that I started as an intern in the Nevada State Legislature. But for that opportunity, I would not be standing where I am today or have the opportunities that I do to be able to serve my district that I grew up in, or to be able to make the impact in helping provide opportunities for other people. So my message of encouragement is to always believe in yourself. Never allow anything or anyone to get in the way of your purpose, and to know that you are as gifted, talented, smart, and capable as any one of your peers or the people that you interact with. A lot of times, and I hope that this has been the experience with the CBCF, it's about exposure. It's about building relationships. It's about learning how the process actually works, not in a political science classroom or in a textbook, but how it actually works. And I believe that each of you have been afforded that opportunity. And, this is a historic time. We have our first African-American Democratic leader of any major party, with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries being elected as our Democratic leader. I know Ms. Ernestine is in the house from the Democratic Caucus. And it's about making sure that you know that you belong in this space. It's not about any one of us. It's about all of us. So after you leave today, the challenge for you is to ask yourself, what am I now doing to give back so that others have the same opportunity? We want you to be successful. We expect it. But after your success, how are you opening those doors of opportunity for other people? And to make sure that it's not just about opening that door for yourself, but busting that door wide open so that other people can come in, because we need so many more of you, not only in government, in nonprofits, in the private sector, but leading our nation in whatever respect that you decide. So I want to thank, of course, our president and CEO of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, Donna, and the entire team for what you do to make sure that we have the resources to provide these opportunities, because it doesn't come without a lot of hard work and effort. So let's give a shout out to the CBCF for working so hard to make this happen. And to our sponsors, to our corporate partners, thank you for also being such an important part of this process. We can't do this work without you. We had our record-breaking fundraising year with the annual legislative conference this year. I was honored to serve as one of the co-chairs with Val Demings, Congresswoman Val Demings from Florida. And the more that we are able to raise, the more opportunities and scholarships we're able to provide. So good luck. Congratulations. You did it. Stay connected. Continue to build these relationships. And the final thing I'm going to just say, and I'm going to ask, because I always embarrass him, Levante Brooks, who is my deputy chief of staff, started out as a CBCF intern. Stand up, Levante. Levante was actually a C-suite intern. And during the 4 years that I was out in my interim, he was actually my intern with my business. And then when I came back to Congress, he served in this, well, let me say differently. After his internship, he went to work with Senator Feinstein, and then grew in his role and position, learned a lot about the Senate. And then when I came back to Congress in 2018, he's one of the people that I asked to come and join our team. He has now elevated himself because of his hard work to serve as our deputy chief of staff in my office. And so that's where I expect all of you to be, is in these positions, because that's what this opportunity provides. And then I see Carissa Smith walking in, who is our other CBCF intern, and she's now with Fox Corporation. She was at the White House. She's doing big things, and I'm proud of both of them. But these are just two of many, many hundreds, if not more, that the CBCF has invested in to create these opportunities. So thank you for what you each have done. I'm incredibly proud of you, and we can't wait to see what each one of you. Make sure you stay connected to the CBCF, please. You don't get to benefit and then not pay it forward for other people. That's the only ask that I have of you tonight. There'll be other asks later. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Congratulations. And we look forward to seeing all of your continued success.
That's what happens too. Again, can we give a round of applause to Congressman Stephen Horsford? Thank you so much. You know, as I was saying, when we started the program this evening, this is one of my favorite things to do in terms of my job and all of the things that I'm responsible for. Nothing gives me greater joy than to see the interns and to pour back into you. I think we all have a story like Congressman Horsford, where we were all interns and somebody believed in us and somebody poured into us. And I remember I had someone actually at some point when I was starting law school. I had a mentor who was talking to me about my budget. And she said, well, do you have all the money that you need for law school? And of course, okay, everybody in the room who's gone to graduate school and everything, we never have enough money, right? For law school, whatever. And I was telling her about some of the things I was trying to do, and she handed me a check. And she said, I want you to use this to help towards the things you have to be responsible for law school. And I said, okay, I will pay you back. And she said, here's how I want you to pay me back. And this underscores something Congressman Horsford just said. She said, the way I want you to pay me back is to become successful and to make sure you are creating a foundation for other young people to build upon so that they too can become successful. That is how you pay it back and how you pay it forward. And that's what this is all about. This experience that you all have, this opportunity to serve as interns, it is about making sure that not only are we creating a pathway for you, but that you all then become a link in a very strong and important chain to make sure that we are continuing to develop strong Black thinkers, leaders, change makers, warriors, courageous heroes and heroines. That's what this is about. And that's why we are so excited to honor you all here this evening. The CBCF envisions a world in which everyone has an opportunity to be successful. That's why the founders of the CBCF started this organization, because they believed in that too. And they believed in equity, and they believed in opportunity, and they believed that everyone should have an equal voice when it comes to public policy. Imagine how boring our world would be. This is something Donna said to me recently. She said, imagine how boring it would be if we were all the same. uh, we would not have a world, a country as rich and as diverse as it is. And so that's what we believe in at the foundation. And that's why we invest in and believe in the Leadership Institute. Now, I want to share a bit of statistics with you all that I think it's really important that we all know. Because sometimes folks say to me, oh, the Institute is so amazing. You all continue to pour out these young, brilliant young people. But I like to remind them why this need is so important, because you all look good in your suits and your beautiful dresses and your pearls and everything. But I want them to know that there are some real statistics here that we are dealing with that really underscore why we do what we do. So according to the National Center for Education Statistics, Black students make up less than 15% of the student body in the entire United States. Only 15%. So it's underrepresentation and under access are things that we continue to fight against. That means the Leadership Institute and the internship programs become even more relevant and even more important. We believe that not only is it important to have interns who become leaders in terms of public policy, but we think our interns need to be everywhere, really running the country, which is why we have C-suite interns, which is why we have interns who sometimes are assigned to the White House as well as to Capitol Hill. And we also envision a world in which our interns will be running national nonprofit organizations like this one someday. That's what real leadership investment looks like. And that's what ensuring that we are touching every corner of this country and every system that is important. That's what that looks like. And that's what that means. Now, in 2020, Black leaders held only 7.6% of all elected offices at not just the federal level, but the federal, state, county, and local levels. I know in Washington, it can feel like we've got lots of folks everywhere. But if you look at the entire country, the numbers are not that great. And so that's why you all going out to do what you do, getting involved in policy, getting involved in legislative affairs and legislative issues is so vitally important. Every year, the CBCF welcomes numerous interns to Washington. And thanks to the support of so many of our wonderful sponsors whom you will hear from today, we are going to continue to do that. And we want to do it in even greater numbers. I would love someday to have interns taking up every seat in the largest theater in Washington. I hope someday we outgrow the Hyatt. I don't know what the biggest theater is in Washington, the Kennedy Center. They just had the Kennedy Center honors. I want us to have the CBCF intern honors. It would be wonderful for us to fill those seats at the Kennedy Center. And you should know that since the year 2000, we have had over 1,500 alumni who have received leadership training here at CBCF. Because it's not just about the positions you all hold on Capitol Hill and in the C-suites, it's also about the training that you receive. Because we want to make sure that you not only have the academic background and the experience that you get when you work in these offices, but we want to make sure that you know what it is to write the correct kind of resume, what it is like to give an extemporaneous speech, what it means to monitor and lead a boardroom meeting. All of those things are part of your professional development and go into making you all well-rounded leaders. So that's what we think is important. So without further ado, I want you to hear from some other leaders who believe in you just as much as I do and just as much as our staff. And I'm going to introduce them. But before I do that, I want you all to join me in giving a huge round of applause to the people here at CBCF who believe in you just as much as I do and who have spent so much of their time and effort pouring into you, giving to you, and just being there to make sure that you all are a success. Devery and Jasmine, where would we be without Devery and Jasmine? Thank you. Thank you so much for all that you do. And to Donna, who is overseeing, or Senior Vice President who oversees the Leadership Institute. Thank you, Donna, for all the work that you do. And to our RD team that are here, Lalitha, Laura, Mike, Wanda. I'm trying to see, I don't have my glasses on, y'all. Trying to see everybody. Thank you all. Our communications team, Yolanda, Jessica, our events team, Renata, Taylor, everyone here. It takes a village it takes a village, y'all, to be here and prop you all up. But that's what we do, and that's what we all care about and are invested in. So thank you to everyone for being a part of this village and making this all possible. So without further ado, I want to let you know that Congresswoman Terry Sewell, who is the chair of our CBCF board, very much wanted to be here in person with you all this evening. I know some of you have had the opportunity, I think everyone probably has had the opportunity to meet her and hear her speak in person. So I apologize that she is not here in person to greet you this evening, but she does have a special message for you. So you will hear from her next. But please know that more than anything, she, as we do, knows that you all are the change makers and are going to be the people that make a difference in how great this country will continue to be and will be even more so in the future. So thank you all, and I will never let you go. You heard Congressman Horsford say you will always be part of CBCF. You will. I don't want anybody walking past me on the street someday and saying, Nicole, I don't know you. No, you will always be a part of CBCF. Okay. So without further ado, let's hear a special message from Congresswoman Terry Sewell. You ready?
Good evening. We're going to go out of order just for a moment while I get the video ready. I'm Donna Fisher Lewis. I'm the Senior Vice President at the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. I think many of you already know me, but it is first, before I do what I'm supposed to do, this intern cohort, I love y'all. I'm so proud of you. You are, and just talking before we got started, so many of them are staying here on the Hill. They have jobs. They have new opportunities and internships. We have somebody going to a management trainee program in Atlanta. So proud of you. I really hope this experience was all that you thought it was going to be. You made us proud. I do want to say, because I'm always the major disciplinarian, I didn't hear too much. So y'all did a good job. Y'all did a good job, because we always get the bad news. So I didn't get much bad news, got a lot of good news. So you all made us proud. We are so proud that you're a part of our family. And like Nicole and Congressman Horsford said, we're not letting you go. And so when we call, y'all better answer the phone and read the mail. Okay. So it is my job to recognize our great partners and friends who make this happen for us. Cohort year after year for many, many years since we've had the Leadership Institute. And I'll get to our speakers in just a moment, but I do just want to thank our C-suite partners. Our Pathways to C-suite program, Congressman Horsford talked about it a little bit, but we have some wonderful corporate partners who have our interns go to their office every day instead of going to the Hill. And so we just want to thank Norfolk Southern. Are they here? Is Norfolk Southern? There's Norfolk Southern. Yay. Synchrony Bank. Synchrony Bank, are you here? Oh, he's right here. Okay. There's the intern. That's right. Beatrice is also a partner. Beatrice is right there. Thank you. And Home Depot. Yes. Oh, I got a lovely note from Home Depot yesterday about you. So thank you for continuing to make us proud. And Home Depot signed up for another cohort. Yes, they did. So yes, thank you. Thank you. So I want to thank our C-suites. Let's give our C-suite interns and our partners a hand. Want to thank them. And then to our sponsors who have been with us for more than 20 years, the Emerging Leaders Program, the Communications Internship Program, Walmart and State Farm. Stand up, Walmart and State Farm. We're so, woo! They have been with us for, as lost count, it's more than 20 years. And so we're very grateful for their partnership. And so in a moment, we're going to ask Catherine Coleman to come up and have a few words on behalf of State Farm. She is their corporate responsibility analyst, great partner. She had to take over and fill some big shoes before her and has stepped right in. And we're very grateful for their partnership. And then, of course, Erica, I always want to call you Erica Johnson Kramer. I'm sorry, I always want to just stop at Johnson, but she's now Mrs. Kramer, is with Walmart and a former corporate advisory council member of CBCF. And so we're going to have them both come up in that order, please. Is it okay, or do you want to do the video? Do the video, and then following the video, we're going to ask Catherine to come up and then Erica to follow. Thank you. Let's give our Spark partners a hand again.
Good evening. I'm Congresswoman Terry Sewell of Alabama's 7th Congressional District, and I'm proud to serve as chair of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Board of Directors. The CBCF board is committed to supporting the foundation, our stakeholders, and the beneficiaries of our many programs. As the CBCF continues to work to build a more equitable world, the board of directors continue to support and guide these efforts. Critical to our mission of advancing the global Black community is our work to empower the next generation of leaders and scholars. Indeed, young people like yourself are our greatest hope, our greatest asset, and our greatest beneficiaries. The members of the CBCF board are passionate about the many ways we can enrich the lives of the next generation. We recognize that education is just one of many tools to that end. While each of our interns has received formal in-classroom training, here at the CBCF, they've gained something beyond. An internship with the CBCF represents doors open to new perspectives, doors open to a greater network, and doors open to a support system of lifelong colleagues, mentors, and friends. I would like to thank each of you for your commitment to our CBCF internship program. Throughout the past few months, you have shown initiative, motivation, and the determination to see this journey from start to finish. On behalf of the entire CBCF Board of Directors, congratulations. This is your day, and the CBCF Board joins in celebrating your hard work and tremendous achievements. On a personal note, I want to give a special thank you to Autumn Ford, who interned in my office. You were awesome, and Alabama's 7th Congressional District is better off because of your service. To all of our CBCF interns, with the completion of your internships, you have broken down barriers and reached new heights in your personal and professional endeavors. This is only the beginning, and I know that your leadership will continue to blossom in ways that we can only imagine. We applaud you today and every day. May your time as a CBCF intern propel your career to new heights, and may you draw from these experiences for years to come. Congratulations again, and may the CBCF forever be a place of power to your purpose.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to put this down a little bit because Nicole is a little bit different height than I am. My name is Catherine Coleman, and I am a corporate responsibility analyst with State Farm. So on behalf of the over 72,800 employees and agents, it is my privilege and my honor to bring you greetings on behalf of State Farm. I was thinking today when I was walking up, I was like, gosh, this feels a little different. Why does this feel different? Donna mentioned that I got this role maybe last summer sometime, and we've had 3 or 4 of these, and this is the first in-person graduation ceremony that we've had. So as I'm walking up, I'm like, this feels different. I'm not sitting in my house and I'm not dressed from this high up and the bottom is just jeans. I remember last time with Nicole, I had on some other outfit, maybe a button down shirt, and Nicole was popping. She had color. She just looked so fast. Like, hold on a second. We have some time, right? I need to go change a little bit because I need to represent as well. So yeah, this is a little different. So I'm glad to be back in person. We're now back in person and out here in these streets. So first, I do want to congratulate streets. Yeah, that's what it's. First, I do want to congratulate each of you on the completion of this incredible semester-long internship program. And I recall speaking to some of you, the State Farm cohort anyway, in September, and wow, right? A lot has changed in just a few months. We've had some significant events, historical events, right, in our country's history. And as I remembered talking in September, I talked with you about what Donna said. We have had this partnership for over 20 years. And as a committed partner and as a committed sponsor, we know the focus and the intentionality that goes into the selection process and also the placement and the assignments that you all receive. So it's my hope that your leadership skills have been strengthened, that you were able to deepen your understanding of the legislative process as well. And I do want to acknowledge CBCF, everyone, CEO and President Nicole Austin Hillary, of course, Senior Vice President Donna Fisher-Lewis, and the incredible Leadership Institute staff, Devery and Jasmine. You all do an amazing job. And I know Kayla as well is no longer with the foundation, but her work as well has been truly helpful. And I just appreciate you all for your commitment and also for your dedication in making this program successful. And I hope you all took full advantage of this experience. So on to State Farm, right? State Farm is committed to longstanding and meaningful support of diverse people and diverse communities. And one way we demonstrate that commitment is by investing in the future. Since the company's beginning, and most of you know, hopefully you do anyway, that we turned 100 on June 7th, and State Farm since that time has personified that good neighbor philosophy with our customers and with our employees in numerous ways, such as supporting organizations and initiatives and causes where our employees and our agents work and where we do business. So for over 100 years, it is our mission to help people recover from the unexpected, help rebuild neighborhoods, invest in communities, economic development, and education initiatives. That's what being a good neighbor is all about. We hope what you see from State Farm is a company who invests and cares about the communities where we live and where we work. But most importantly, we hope that you know that we are there when you need us most. So with that, I do want to again say congratulations. I hope you were challenged and enlightened and you were able to build an incredible network of connections because that's going to be key. This is one of my favorite parts of my job is being able to come and talk to you all. I think my State Farm cohort, when we had a chance to meet, we talked and we had a chance to meet with some of our leadership people too. And again, this is one of my most favorite jobs. So I hope you take what you learn back with you. And congratulations for those folks who have a role in an internship after you leave. So thank you for inviting me to participate. I wish you much success in all your future aspirations. As some of you, again, go on to other roles and some of you may continue your undergraduate studies. But whatever you do, much success. Thank you again.
Good night. That's what we say in the Virgin Islands. I'm an honorary Crucian, but really I'm from Alabama. But as an honorary Crucian, seriously, we say good night, not anybody, any interns from Miss Plaskett's office? You will probably know that. I'm Erica Johnson Creamer, Senior Director of Federal Government Affairs at Walmart. And I'm just so delighted to be here with you. It's an honor for me to represent Walmart and our 1.6 million employees here in the United States to come and congratulate you and to just offer you a few words of hopefully something interesting. My colleagues, and I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge my colleague who's here with me, Ryan Burns. Happy to have you here, Ryan. And if you haven't met him, meet Ryan Burns. Great guy, really, really great guy, knows his stuff. But between my colleagues and Nicole and Donna and Taylor, and others, they told me I was supposed to come here tonight and be inspiring. I was supposed to give you some words of wisdom and, possibly even entertain you a little bit, all within 5 minutes, or under 5 minutes, within 5 minutes, something like that. But one said, just speak from your heart. Someone else said, give some great quotes. And then I think, who's our communications lead? Oh, Yolanda told me to tell a story. So I had to come up with a story, right? Great. So, okay, well, so let's see if I can get that done. First, from the bottom of my heart, I'm just so delighted for you and for all that you've already experienced. I too am expecting you to be amazing, continue to be amazing. I'm expecting it of you. That's, at least 4 or 5 people have already stood up here and said, we're expecting this from you. So no pressure, but a little pressure, because pressure is privilege. See, I got a quote in already. In fact, doing all right. So there's that. That's from the bottom of my heart. I congratulate you. And how are you going to be amazing? So here's my advice for you. My husband is a football coach, and there are 2 things that he says to his players, among a bunch of other things, but 2 things that he says to them that certainly are applicable for football, but I think they might be applicable for life as well. And one of them is, tough times don't last, tough people do. Well, I'm sure that everyone in this room has had some tough times, some sort of adversity, great or small. It's not a competition, but we've had some sort of adversity. It's not important what the adversity was or whether it was great or small. What's important is that you got through it, that you got to the other side of it. And even if you're in it now and you haven't gotten through it yet, believe that you can get through it. Call on the resources that you need. Call on the power that you need. If it's power within, power outside of yourself, power above, wherever it is, but call on that. And just know that you can indeed get through those tough times. And then once you get on the other side, remember it, use it, share it with other people, that tough times don't last, tough people do. Another thing that he tells his players is, be the hammer, not the nail. Now that sounds absolutely football, right? But I think actually, I was thinking about this, like, I think it actually does kind of apply to life as well, because it's the hammer that makes the nail the most useful for hanging a picture, for holding something together. It's the hammer that has agency. You too have agency. Use your voices, use your resources, use your knowledge and use your skills, and not just for yourself. We talked about that already. Not just for yourself. Use those things. Be the hammer, not the nail. And now a quick story. How am I doing so far? I checked 2 boxes already. Quick, so all right. Oh, I like that. Okay, so now a quick story. I'm gonna see if I can tell you this without looking at my iPad here. I just wrote this down for notes, but I won't ever forget this story. So I went whitewater tubing with some friends, right? And the driver of the bus that was taking us to the top of the river was giving us instructions. And then one of the things that she told us was how to get out of the river. So when you get to the bottom of the river, you're going to get out of your tube, swim to the side, and then get out. But don't go past the green bridge. And she said it enough times that by the time we got to the top of the river, I'm thinking, past the green bridge is death. So don't go past the green bridge. Got it. So we get in our tubes and we're in the water. We're having a great day. It's beautiful, sunshine, blue skies. And, we're going through just really kind of modest rapids, class 1, class 2, we're good. And then, you look up in the Green Bridge, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. And we're not really quite sure where the get out of the river point is yet. And so chaos ensues. People are jumping out of their tubes. I'm in the water, twisted in the water. I think I'm about to go under. My friend Kim is standing on a rock. I don't know how she got on the rock. I guess she jumped out of her tube too soon. Some guy jumps in the river. He's trying to save people. He's not really a lifeguard. I don't know what that was about, but there is chaos ensuing. And the Green Bridge is right there. It's coming. The Green Bridge is there. And we're thinking, we may not make it, the Green Bridge. But you know what happened? The water's calmed. And we all live to tell about it, to laugh about it, to tell this story a million times. I clearly live to tell about it, to tell you about it. But the point is not that I went whitewater rafting and had some fun with my friends. The point is sometimes you got to go through the rough waters, the rapids, before the water settles down and you get the calm part where you get to sail a little bit. So don't panic. You got this. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you to the CBC Foundation and your staff for all the wonderful things that you do. I'm so happy to be a part of this. Walmart is so happy to be a part of this, and we look forward to continuing to work with you all. Congratulations to you all. Congratulations to all of our program directors, and happy holidays to everyone.
Gotta scoot it up a little bit. Thank you again, Walmart and State Farm. We really appreciate you all sponsorships and allowing our interns to experience the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation's internship program. So thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Devry Manier. I serve as the program manager for the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation's Leadership Institute, and I get to work with these lovely individuals on a regular basis, probably up to 2 to 3 times a week. I get to see their faces, and me and Jasmine really appreciate the opportunity to work with you all. I'm gonna try to go off script, but here I am. This fall, we welcomed a group of bright students, leaders from all over the country that embarked on a journey that would be filled with hard work, sacrifice, and service. I have learned from this group of bright individuals that these are next generation of future leaders, and they can ensure authenticity and passion for public service while also advocating for themselves through adversity. They have been able to grow professionally, learn the importance of mentorship, networking, and were able to also nurture them as well, expand on their networks with their members of Congress, their senior staff, and within themselves. In other words, the Leadership Institute had, in other words, leadership and change starts with this group of leaders, the ones continuing their undergraduate courses, beginning to work on the Hill. They're individuals that are going into spaces where they are driven into public service. I want you all to remember to never be afraid to be who you are while on this journey of self-discovery. It was truly my honor to get to know you all and learn and grow with you all. I look forward to working with you all and seeing where life takes you. I hope that you all will leave this reception inspired to lead and serve. I also hope that you all feel equipped to address issues relative to social justice, political empowerment, civic engagement, and the disciplinaries that exist in our community. I want to honestly say that the opportunity to be in this space with you all, to be educated, to be informed, to not be you all's program manager, but also a learner from you all, has given me a magnitude of knowledge that I will take on with myself and cherish it and also advocate for you all in so many spaces. So I just really appreciate the journey, the opportunities, the experiences that we've all created. I love y'all so much. And I know I got nervous, but off the cuff is what I am. So I appreciate that. But I wanted to just say thank you all so much. And also wanted to give the opportunity for our lovely interns to speak on their experiences as well. So I'm going to first turn it over to Jessica Harkins, who is a recent graduate from the University of Southern Mississippi, who is also a State Farm Communications intern and is going to speak about her experiences in the program this fall. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. And though you started with so little, you will end with so much. I want to start by saying thank you to the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation for this amazing internship. It is an honor to be standing before you all on this amazing occasion. We are standing on the edge of the future today. It is no longer a distant possibility. It all starts here. It all starts today. This cohort's journey began only 4 months ago in August, and it has already come to an end. But nevertheless, we will not dwell on the sadness of a new journey beginning. From the bottom of my heart, I want my cohort to know that I will miss them. Since the beginning, I have seen my cohort use persistence and courage to make an unforgettable mark on Capitol Hill and in their corporate spaces. Even on days where the lack of opportunities created fear, I saw you all believe that the future is ours. I know it can be difficult to see all of our accomplishments, but believe me when I say we fought to forge our own path to success. This cohort became my community. From now on, we will not be a hallway away or even an office away. But starting today, we will be building cities and possibly even countries away. We used to eat lunch together, visit each other's offices, and enjoy receptions together on the Hill. And now we will all be young professionals with more responsibilities. Without each of you, my success in this program would be uncertain. I have so many memories that I will cherish forever. To know that we kept going despite the hard days illustrates the impact we will soon make in this world. You see, when I first submitted my letter of interest to the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, I asked for an opportunity to gain experience that I knew I would never gain in Mississippi. I was given a journey that exceeded my wildest dreams, and despite all the odds, I found a way to succeed in a city full of dreams. This everything has its season, and ours is officially over. From today forward, we are releasing future lawyers, journalists, lobbyists, and politicians, and maybe even the president, hopefully. I want my cohort to leave knowing one thing, that there will be challenges no matter where we go or what we do. What I'm asking each of you and myself is that you face those challenges with your head held high and your heart wide open. Because people would like to think that the journey has ended, but we know the journey has just begun. There are things that we never want to let go of and people that we never want to leave behind. But keep in mind that letting go isn't the end of the world, it is the beginning of a new life. Thank you all, and thank my cohort.
Oh. All right, good evening, friends and family. My name is Corey Glover, and I am from the great city of Houston, Texas, a space city. It's also my birthday, but thank you. But this fall, I had the privilege to serve as a Pathways to the C-Suite intern for the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. I chose the Pathways to the C-Suite internship program because of its uniqueness. I gained practical and meaningful work experience during this internship in a corporate setting. I also obtained firsthand experience working with the Fortune 500 company. The Pathways to the C-Suite program is the premier program of the Hill because there is no program like this in the country. So I want to thank the foundation for creating a program that ensures that young Black leaders have a pipeline to the C-Suite. On behalf of the fall 2022 cohort, I want to thank our corporate sponsors for being good corporate citizens and for your commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Your generous contributions go towards our housing, living expenses, and the comprehensive professional development we receive here during our time in DC. So thank you for your continued support. Getting an internship in Washington, DC has been a dream for so many of us. I want to thank the foundation for helping make those dreams a reality. I can confidently say that I would not be standing before you this evening without the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. Since 2018, I've had the honor to intern for 2 county commissioners, a state representative, and a member of Congress. But none of those internships compare to my internship with Norfolk Southern Corporation. under the leadership of the Vice President of Government Affairs, Mr. Frank Boyack, and the Director for Federal Government Relations, Mr. Phil Hancock, I had the internship experience of a lifetime this fall. The Thoroughbred Government Relations team exposed me to every aspect of federal lobbying. I had the opportunity to attend fundraisers with high-ranking members of Congress, conduct academic research, and meet with members of Norfolk Southern C-Suite in Atlanta. I am forever grateful to Mr. Phil Hancock and Norfolk Southern's government relations team for giving me a life-changing internship experience. Their kindness and generosity ultimately led me to accept a management trainee position in their headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to challenge our corporate sponsors to increase your contributions to the foundation and to expand the pathways to the C-suite program. To my fellow cohort members, the Bible says in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, let us not be weary in doing good, for at a proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. The foundation has heard that our future is bright. Leaving this program, we know that we have what it takes to be members of Congress or corporate officers. Whether we are working in the public or private sector, we will be able to bring about a positive change for the American people. God bless the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, and God bless our generous corporate sponsors for their continued support. Now I would like to introduce Jasmine Gillespie, the program coordinator for the Leadership Institute. Thank you.
Gotta bring this way down. Corporate sponsors, we promise we did not put that in his speech. Okay, I reviewed it and I told Donna, I said, Donna, Corey has to work for us at the foundation because he's doing our job. Oh, we can't have, thank you for taking him, honestly. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jasmine Gillespie. I'm the program coordinator for the lovely Leadership Institute at the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. I want to say that you all are my inaugural cohort. Before this, I was in educational leadership in the public school system. And when I was deciding to transition, I told my friends, I was a kindergarten teacher, if you couldn't tell. I told my friends, I'm going to miss my babies. And through this experience, I have found that I just got bigger babies. And so thank you guys for having me. And I truly, truly love you all. I'm so proud to have seen you guys grow and flourish. Your calls to alert me of you being offered job opportunities, as well as calls for dating advice and what to wear to different events, all hold a special place in my heart. I will never, ever, ever forget you. So I have the honor of reading off your superlatives. Yeah, this is going to be fun, right? So they have no idea what their cohort members voted them for. So this is a surprise for them as well. I'm going to make it quick. And then after I finish, I'm going to ask for Devery and Nicole to join me at the podium as we do our individual intern recognition. All right, life of the party is Teron Kennard. Most likely to be president, I think we could all say this together, Corey K. Glover. Chatty Cathy. Now, let me tell you something. This is one of, all of you are dear and near to my heart, but this one, she wouldn't let you not like her, okay? You had to connect with her, and for that, I love her. Jordacia Scott. Best dressed really should have gone to me. But I guess I'll give it to Drake OKK. Most likely to be late, and I will put a caveat in here, most likely to be fashionably late, is Miss Madison Maxwell. We love you, Maddie. Most creative goes to Shane Williamson. Our cohort mom, and this one, she would text me and say, hey, bestie. I said, Bernadine, I am not your bestie. But cohort mom goes to Bernadine Besar. Our cohort dad got a double a whammy, so it goes back to Drake. Okay. Most likely to see the good in things, Layla C. Williams. Our cohort comedian, and I started telling my friends I got this from one of my interns, not too much, Miss Jessica Harkins. And last but not least, our busy beaver. She was likely to be seen in any of the offices on the Hill because she was always busy and doing what her hands could find. Asia Hinkowski. I am so proud of you guys. I really am. I'm not going to cry. I'm not that emotional, but I do, I do have a special place in my heart for each and every one of you. And if you have my number, use it. If you don't, get it before you leave, and feel free to text, and we can do brunch now. Please join me in welcome Devery and Nicole Austin Hillary to the stage as we begin individual intern recognition.
All right, so I'll be introducing our lovely group of interns. Make sure I start off with the right first person. All right, so our first representative is Princess Akin. You with me? You look over here, you shake. Give me a. She is a recent grad of Seton Hall University. She was in Congresswoman Nadia Velasquez's office, and she was a State Farm Communications intern. All right, next up, we have Giovanni Ayers. Giovanni was a recent grad of South Carolina State University. She was on the Committee of Ways and Means, and she was a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. Next up, we have Autumn Ford. Autumn is a recent grad from Ohio Wesleyan University, graduated in May. She was in Congresswoman Terry Sewell's office, and she's a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. I'm working, all right. Next up, we have Corey Glover. Mr. President. Here you go, Corey. He is a rising senior at Texas Tech, University. He was with Norfolk Southern, and he was a Pathways to C-Suite intern. Next up, we have Jessica Harkin. Jessica is a recent grad of University of Southern Mississippi. She was in Senator Michael Bennett's office, and she was a State Farm Communications intern. Next up, we have Miriam Hassanin. Miriam is a recent grad of Arizona State University. She was in Congressman Jamie Raskin's office, and she was a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. Next up, we have Asia Hintowski. She is a recent grad of Loyola University, New Orleans. She was in the CBC office. And she is a State Farm Communications intern. Let's take a picture. Next up, we have Taraji Jenkins. T is a rising senior. Oh, here you go. A rising senior at Virginia Commonwealth University. She was in Congressman Bobby Scott's office, and she is a State Farm Communications intern. Next up, we have Teron Kennard. Teron is a recent grad of Michigan State. He was with Synchrony and a Pathways to C-Suite intern. Next up, we have Madison Maxwell. She is a recent graduate of the Howard University. She was in Congressman Stanford Bishop's office, and she was a State Farm Communications intern. I'm trying to do so much. Next up, we have Drake Okeke. Drake is a recent grad of University of Houston. He was in Congressman Mark Vasey's office, and he is a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. I didn't get the hug. Come on, we gotta get the hug. Yes. Next up, we have Faith Radia. Renda, I apologize. You better get me right. It's Renda. Here you go. Sorry. She is a recent grad of Boston University. She was in Congressman Colin Alford's office, and she was a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. Next up, we have Jordacia Scott. She is a recent grad of South Carolina State University. She was in Congressman James E. Clyburn's office, and she was a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. Come on, go sit down. Next up, we have Antonio Tanner. He went to recent grad of University of South Carolina Upstate. He is in Congressman Mfume's office, and he's a Walmart Emerging Leaders intern. Did I give you a hug? Okay. I'm so sorry. All right, next up we have Jordan Toon. Jordan is a recent grad of Morehouse College. He was with Home Depot and is a Pathways to C-Suite intern. Next up, we have Bernadine Vaser. She is a recent grad of the University of Florida. She was with Viatris and a Pathways to C-Suite intern. Next up, we have Layla C. Williams. She was a recent grad of Chatham University. She was in Senator Chris Van Halen's office, and she is a State Farm Communications intern. And last but not least, we have Shane Williamson. Shane is a recent grad at Bridgewater College. He was in the, Let me. The House Democratic Caucus with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, and he was a State Farm Communications intern. Right here.
Congratulations again to you all. Give yourself another hand clap. You guys have sacrificed so much to engage in this program, from missing things at home. You know, some of you have had some loss in your family. You have dealt with a lot over the last 4 months. And although it seems like it went by fast, it did, right? You guys have so many memories that you will have for the rest of your life. And I told you guys this in your check-ins. This is the least responsibility you will have for the rest of your life. Take advantage of it, because that's it. Your hard work has definitely paid off. And I'm so happy to hear of all the job opportunities, internships that you guys are going to do. Deborah and I are so proud of you. Join me in welcoming our Alumni Network Council President, Mr. Tony Bishop, to officially induct you all into the Alumni Network. Tony.
Okay, get myself together here. Y'all made it, okay? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so as it was stated, I am Tony Bishop, your CBCF Alumni President. This is my full-time job. If you ask the team, they know that. My side job is as an advisor in the White House right now. Yep. So with that being said, though, I want to be serious and say thank you to Devry, Donna, Jasmine, Taylor, Madam President, of course, corporate sponsors. Thank you all for those who participate and make this a possibility for you, because not too long ago, I was in your shoes. I began in government in the Ohio State House as an intern, and had a mentor tell me, you know, you like this, you're doing pretty good. You know, you should apply for this thing, the CBCF Fellowship. I was like, okay, what's that? You know, tell me more. So I read about it, and I was reading all the great work that like fellows and interns were doing. There were people, you know, that were digging wells to provide water, you know, in foreign countries, and people traveling all over the world, and, you know, creating legislation and pushing forth criminal justice legislation and things of that nature. And I said, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna get this. You know, that's probably not gonna be me. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there. And so I applied, and somehow somebody saw fit. They said, all right, young man, come on, let's do this. With a little caveat there, they brought me in. I came in during the Trump administration. Okay, so that was interesting. Something to do. I held some jobs in between, right? You know, afterwards, after the fellowship was over, and some way I found myself into the White House. So go figure. But I tell you all a little bit about my story because you don't realize it now. But the most important thing you have to offer the world is seemingly the simple stories you carry inside of each one of you. The sacrifices that were made on behalf to make you who you are. And you know what I'm talking about when I say this. A lot of you know specifically what I'm talking about. Maybe it was that spare change jar that became your college tuition later on, that was built since you were not even 1 year old, just so you could make it. Maybe it was a staying up late with you to do your homework so that you could come here and be in Washington, D.C. Maybe it's the kids at home that didn't make it here with you, and you carry their stories as well. So don't forget that you have a responsibility to do so. Or maybe it's the phone calls you get from grandma to ask, you met Nancy Pelosi yet? What about Joe Biden? You met him? What's he doing? It's these simple things and ties to back home that are what we bring here to change here. Our stories are the most powerful things we hold. So as we continue to move forward and push this country towards what it is supposed to be, a place of equity, don't chase those shiny things and the glamour. Chase the things that make you feel at home. Chase the things that you remember. Chase your grandma's voice when she says, don't do that. Leave that alone. Trust that. Chase the patriotism that exists in your veins just from the very nature that your ancestors built this place. Go forward and thrive knowing that your path has already been paved. You just have to keep your story and continue to build upon it. So I'm proud of all of you. So go out there and make this country what it should be. And with that, welcome to the Alumni Network. Now we have a QR code or something, or no? Okay, I'm lying. We don't have a QR code. I will send you all the link done. We do? We do have a QR code. Okay, I read my brief. I'm about to say, I know. Okay, so with that being said, we'll find a way to get you guys into the QR code and then and we'll go from there. But again, thank you all, and I'm proud of you.
The last words I'll leave with you guys is from your favorite panelist, this cohort, and it was stay hungry. All right, so we're gonna ask you guys to all come up. It passed some of y'all heads. It's okay. Ask all of you to come up. So we're gonna take a cohort picture, and then the reception will start.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you.